So, good morning again. It's my first time presenting my wine in front of the Maison Latour Cuverie, and so I'm very proud to show you my wine and to taste the wine, to share this moment with you in the Charlemagne vineyard. So it's very new for me. I just will quickly present the three last vintages. 2009 was a great vintage in Beaujolais, very exceptional for the Beaujolais for the Beaujolais wine grower. People said they never saw that since 50 years. Some others said they never saw that since almost a century. So it was my first vintage in Beaujolais, so it was very difficult for me to compare and to understand this exceptional vintage. But what I did for this first vintage, it was very easy to do the winemaking. The grapes were so nice, so ripe. You could do every blend you wanted. Always the result was great. So it was very easy to work and very nice to appreciate. The ripeness of 2009 confers to the wine a special taste, or more on the black fruits like blackberry with a hint of spice at the end than the usual taste you have in Beaujolais wine. In Beaujolais wine, 2010 was very much more representative for the Beaujolais wine, and you had a little bit more red fruit, raspberry, strawberry, cherry, a lot of cherry as well, and a little bit more crispy wine in 2010. So a lot of people say 2009 was the great vintage of the century, and some other specialists of Cru du Beaujolais wine said 2010 is more representative, is more Beaujolais, and some of them prefer the 2010. So it was very interesting for me to do the two winemaking of the two vintages. And 2011 for me is a good balance between 10 and 9. It's not as ripe as 2009, but also it's more riper than 2010. And I like the balance of the 2011. You will discover it in a few months, I think. So I will show you. Here you have the Brouilly. Brouilly is the best sell of the Maison Fessy. It's for us a very important wine. We're selling a lot of Brouilly in Paris. After that you have Morgon. Morgon is one of my favorites, especially in 2009. For me it was the best wine of the Maison Fessy in 2009. And after that we will taste together two chateaux. We have now two chateaux, Chateau Des Reyssiers for 4 years now, and Chateau Des Labourons. We began with the Chateau Des Labourons in 2011. And for us it's very important to have also this chateau where we have 14 hectares in Regnie, located just around the old chateau, and Chateau Des Labourons is a great place too, and with 18 hectares surrounding the chateau, with a special taste, because it's a special terroir, a little bit high, but very nice sandy soil with granite soil. So I will test this wine. I will start with the Morgon 2010. Cats on the picture. So, very typical for the Beaujolais wine. You have this nice color, a little lighter than the 2009, but always very red with just a little bit of brown already in the reflection. And you have a lot of fruit, cherry, nice cherry, but also some other, perhaps a hint of pepper at the end. usually you more have this kind of flavor when the Gamay wine age a little bit. So the balance is you have this fresh fruit at the beginning with a hint of acidity but a good acidity, so it's very crispy wine, very fresh. You can serve it a little bit cool. It will be very great with a barbecue, for example. For me it's a great wine. You keep this red fruit. It's like a fruit basket with different kind of but also you have this hint of complexity at the end, a little bit starting to get this pepper taste and some other spice. So great wine for me. Brouilly, we're going on the 2009, and yes, it's very mature wine. You smell it and you already know you will have a smoother wine, stronger wine. The alcohol level is always not too high on the Beaujolais wine, but on the 2009 you had naturally 13 degrees, sometimes just a little bit more, and you can smell it. You have this alcohol, this black fruit, black currant. Always a pleasure with the 2009. And I'm sure you can keep it some years more. Usually people say, Cru du Beaujolais, you have to drink it not after 4 or 5 years, but with the 2009, 2010, I'm sure the quality of the vintage is very good and you can keep the wine a little bit more than usual. And we had the experiment with some old Morgon, and when the Cru du Beaujolais age more, it starts to resemble, to seem a little bit like a Pinot wine, and we say the Gamay Pinot after a few years. It's very funny to discover that, and I'm sure we will have a great wine after 5, perhaps 10 years. I keep some bottles in my cellar to test that in a few years. Great wine, very full, very round, and still this black fruit, black currant, blackberry. After that, Regnie, Chateau Des Reyssiers. We are on 2011, and I will. So Regnie for us, it's a very important experiment. It was the first chateau we had. We had 14 hectares. It's a very old vineyard, and we're trying to replant a little bit. Not too fast, to keep the quality of the age of the vineyard, but we need to replant a little bit because some parts were too old and with some too low production because of the age of the vineyard. Yes, Regnie, it's always a very interesting vine because of the fruit, fresh fruit, crispy fruit, and it's a balance at 2011. The balance, I said, between 09 and 10. Reaper than 2011, than 2010, but not as big as 2009. Very well balanced and very fresh wine. And you have also this spice on the end, as I said on the Morgon. We are very close. We are between Brouilly and Morgon. The Regnie appellation is between Morgon and Brouilly, more well known. And so the chateau is a special soil, very sandy soil, and gives to the wine strongness but still fruity taste. And now the last one, Chateau Des Labourons, Fleurie 2011, and the new experiment of the Maison Fessy. Now we are one of the most, now with the Chateau Des Labourons, we are one of the big players in the Fleurie appellation. And this special terroir, and I told you I used only on this wine some wood for the aging, and it gives always to the wine a hint of complexity, very nice with the vanilla taste of the wood, but not too much. It's very light. It gives to the wine nice complexity, but we keep the fruit of the Gamay grapes. To drink, I don't spit. It's too nice for me, and the balance of this wine is great. It's great. The wood gives also to the wine a roundness, a little bit more roundness, and so you have the complexity, the roundness. Big pleasure, big pleasure. So cheers, and I hope you discover a nice Beaujolais part with me. And so come to visit Fessy.
Perfect.